What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Nightreign walkthrough. Today we are playing as Executor and we are going to fight the Darkdrift Knight. So let's take a look at our runes. This is our first time playing as Executor. Very fun character to play as, in my opinion. For relics, we've got this one, which gives my starting armament lightning damage. I said multiple times that I'm going to try to avoid using random ones that I've gotten, that I picked up along the way, but I'm making an exception here. A very rare exception, because this one gives my starting armament lightning damage, and much like Augur, Darkdrift Knight is weak to lightning, and that's going to help us out quite a bit. This one is from beating Caligo, the Fissure in the Fog mission, and this one is huge because it gives our starting armament the ability to inflict frostbite if you use the weapon ability, and then that frostbite makes our attack power go up, and it also makes us invisible to other enemies, which is insanely good because if you remember, Executor has an S in Arcane, which means he can trigger those status effects really quickly, and plus his starting katana deals bleed damage as well, which is also really good. And then this one is a guaranteed one from the shop that I purchased. I know it has an Iron Eye exclusive ability on there, but since it also gives me endurance and dex up +2, I wanted to use that because that's also going to be very helpful for Executor. That dexterity, he's already good with dexterity, so that's going to help him out even more. So there we have it. As I said, I am making a rare exception. If you have, I'm assuming by now you probably have something that gives you lightning damage to start with, or at the very least something that gives you lightning greases. Anything that will put lightning on your weapon, I'd highly recommend. Or you can just get a lightning weapon from the merchant, or visit a lightning camp, and you're bound to get something that you can use. And really, it's just one spot in the fight where lightning is critical. And he is weak to lightning in general, so you will be doing a little bit of extra damage. So I'm going to go back to single player here, and we're going to do Darkdrift Knight. He is strong against holy damage, so I'd advise against any weapons that do holy damage. He does have some resistance there, so keep that in mind. So since we have lightning on our weapon to start and the boss is weak to lightning, I'm going to focus on going to a cave to upgrade my starter weapon. I see that I'm dropping in right next to a church. I'm going to get this camp and then drop down and get that church. Alright, so starting katana is going to deal bleed damage, and if I use the skill, it's going to coat it in frostbite. You see I got that bleed right there. So anytime that I inflict frostbite, it's going to increase my attack power temporarily, and you see I'm kind of transparent. That means that the enemies have more difficulty seeing me. I'm not completely invisible, but pretty close to being invisible, and it is much harder for the enemies to notice my presence. So yeah, you see just how crazy the damage is we're doing. I'll go on and get this scarab while we're over here. I'm going to miss him. That's going to be fine. There we go. Oh, this is taking way too long. Come on. There we go. Prince of Death's pustule, not exactly helpful to us. And if you happen upon another katana during your run, power stancing the katanas as Executor, not a bad idea. And of course we have the Shifting Earth Scarlet Rot event going on right now. As with the other Shifting Earths, we're going to do this on day 2 is when we're going to focus on really hitting up that Shifting Earth. And this is a unique one because once you go in, you're going to notice that you have, you get hit with a status effect. I'm going to see if this is it's a fire camp, but some of the fire camps are really easy. If it's a flame chariot camp, those are actually really easy to take out. And of course, I'm kind of going a long way, but that's fine. Flame chariot camps are really easy to take out. It could also be a red main camp. I don't think I've taken out a single red main camp so far. I actually tend to avoid red main camps because they're kind of annoying, and this one is a red main camp, so we made the trek over here, so we're going to take it out. And so red main camps are going to have 2 red main knights. One's going to be at the top of the tower shooting these annoying arrows at you. So I take that one out first. Then there's another one up the hill. You got to kill 2 of them to get the bonus. Killing the boss. He's going to have a buddy up here with him too, kind of protecting him. And Red Maiden Knights, as you'd expect, can do Lion's Claw. It's a lot of damage. Can't be too reckless. I got to mind my spacing here. Hoping to get a bleed here. There we go. Got the bleed and the frostbite. And he doesn't know where I'm at. So that is why that relic is so dang good. And why I decided to take on Caligo earlier rather than later. Because this relic is also very, very good for Duchess. I use it with her all the dang time. So it looks like my frostbite wore off, so I'm going to re-equip it by using the skill. And the skill itself, when you use it, it does deal damage, but it also coats your weapon in frost. Just got my ult, and that bleed. You see the bleed damage? Oh, so good. That's part of why playing as Executor can be so much fun. Let's see. Fire Nagakiba. That's another katana. So I can dual wield the katanas here. Not bad. We'll hit this cathedral. Hopefully get a stone sword key. I could have leveled up, but kind of forgot. Oh well. It's all good. We'll live. Oh, I can't use the Nagakiba yet because I'm not high enough. I didn't level up. That's a shame. So I will be using. I won't be using my Nagakiba yet. But when we kill this boss, I do fully intend to use it. This is a fire camp, so the boss is gonna be underground. Got a stone sword key. Perfect. And I am going to try to be getting the Set and Steadfast trophy. That's the one for getting rare items. I'm just going to try to pick up anything purple that I see. I'm going to be picking it up, even if it doesn't have that good of a buff. Look at that just chunks of health. So good. Once I get to level 3, I'll be able to use that Nagakiba, so I'll be using the L1 attacks. Okay. We'll go with that for now, I guess. The buff, less likely to be targeted. Meh. I need to level up. I need to level up. There we go. And I did get a stone sword key. The question is do I want to be bold and try to get this as the circle closes in? Maybe. Oh, we do have a township. I need runes. I need 10,000 to get that extra Winding Grace. I'm going to kill whatever I can see and hopefully get up to 10,000. I should be using my L1s to get the power stance attack. There we go. All right, come on. I need people to fight. I really need people to fight. Come on, give me people to fight, please. I need like 2,000 more runes. Come on. Ugh. Killing me. Wi-Fi connection lost. That's just awesome. I've been having Wi-Fi trouble all night, actually, so doesn't surprise me. You'll probably see that notification like 10 more times. Okay. How about this? There we go. Beautiful. I'm going to be getting that Winding Grace. I can get an extra one from this guy, so that'll give me an opportunity to get 3 guaranteed. All right, perfect. And next, since I did that, I'm not going to be going inside for the stone sword key, but I will be going to this cave to get my smithing stones. It does take a bit of time, but guaranteed level 2 smithing. So I'm going to take it. And I don't really use the skill on Executor very much, the kind of the parry stance mode. Some people are really good with it, but it does take a lot of practice to get really proficient at it. So keep that in mind. Decide to use it. If I pop out here, I'm going to use my ult though. So ult gives you full HP and some extra, and some really powerful attacks to boot. And it is a very limited amount of time. I will point out that if you die in alt form, you die in real life, so it's not infinite health. You can't just go completely reckless. And use that powerful attack when your meter is about to be out, because if you use it to start, you immediately transform back. So you may as well just wait until you're about to lose your ult anyways. Another Naga Kiba. Jeez. I do want this smithing stone though, so that's what I'm going to go for. This will pop us right out by a church. As long as I remember the way out here. And I must have gotten something that gives me those wraiths. Oh yeah, well, if I have that equipped, I get wraiths while walking. That's cool. And I want that church. The level's not so great right now. We should be able to manage. Church right here. After that church, we'll do Everjail. Level not super high, but we did get the smithing stone, so I don't need Starlight Shards. I'm not playing as a recluse anymore. All right, I do find that if the hard Everjail bosses that give you the 30,000 rune bonus spawn, it's almost always been from this Everjail. But not this time. Up. Up. Got hip checked. I have wraiths too. I need to be using my chilling mist. There you go. That makes me invisible. And perfect. Beautiful. Take stamina. Level 5. I could try doing some castle stuff. I do need to get that level up. And I'm not doing castle on day 2, so if we have Crucible Knights, that would be beautiful. We do not have Crucible Knights, we have Banished Knights. Alright, how much time we got here? Butts around. I'm just gonna ult. Screw it. Oh, come on, dude. Really? No, 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 no. This is obnoxious. Completely obnoxious. That was a red-eyed one. Another Naga Kiba. Need any of those, really? Alright, this takes me to level 6. Probably should visit another merchant to get my other Winding Grace. There are merchants in the castle. And get my level 1 smithing stone if I can. I'm very close to being able to do that. I need my level 1 and a Winding Grace. Need to hurry. Okay, get the Winding Grace. Beautiful. All right, so the thing about the Scarlet Rot event is that you will... It does inflict Scarlet Rot status on you when you get in there. Now, when you get the power up and subsequently the trophy for getting the power up, you become immune to the status rot buildup. And it also gives you another buff that allows you to recover HP after getting hit, kind of like if you played Bloodborne, kind of like the Bloodborne rally damage mechanic. Very cool. And also there are a ton of field bosses in the Rot area, so very good for getting levels and power-ups and whatnot. I will be going there at a lower level than I'd like. I'm probably going there at level 7, but I'm going there with a maxed out weapon with frostbite and bleed and all that. So, not bad. I'll have 2 Winding Graces if I don't die during this boss. Let me get Wormface, Centipede Demon, or Royal Revenant. I'm really hoping for not Royal Revenant, which means I'm going to get Royal Revenant, which means I'm probably going to use a Winding Grace. Is it Wormface? We're probably going to get Wormface. I'll take Wormface over Revenant, honestly. Not going to lie. Or this might be Gaping Dragon. Yeah, it's probably Gaping Dragon with all rats. That's typically what it is, at least. We'll see. As long as it ain't Revenant, I'm happy. Gaping Dragon, not bad. Another Dark Souls 1 boss. And you can, little Easter egg, you can actually chop off his tail. Much like in Dark Souls 1. So I'm going to do that. You don't get a particular weapon, an exclusive weapon like you do in Dark Souls 1. But it is an Easter egg. It's a nod, if you will. We'll see what it gives us. There it is. And we get something. What was that? Celebrant's Rib Rake. Improved item discovery. Not bad. Now we can't tail swipe this anymore. Reapply the frost. Where are you going, bud? Trying to tail whip without a tail. Yeah, come on, go somewhere where I can actually hit you. That would be ideal. Outside of the storm would be fantastic. Got him frostbit there. Oh, the sludge, the sludge, the sludge. Mind the sludge. Nice range there on your grab attack. Oh, the sludge, like, permanently reduces my HP? Is that... Because I wasn't healing, even though I was using a flask. That was a little sketchy. Not preferable. But doesn't matter, he gone. He gone! Blood loss at low HP. Gradual restoration by flask is basically a debuff. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I will never take the gradual restoration ever. So we're headed straight to the Rot. There is like a path that leads us in. So the way that you do it is there's a castle fort in the Rot Forest. And when you get to that castle, it gives you a clue to where the buff is. You can find the buff without the clue, but it can be a bit difficult. So I'm just going to get the clue just to show you the conventional way of doing it. So there's the flag, that's where the clue is. We're taking the conventional way in. There's some good loot in here as well. And there are these pest enemies. Ridiculously annoying. Yeah, we're following this path to the castle. You see I'm taking that Scarlet Rot build up. That's inevitable until we get the power up. There's a Deathrite bird. Haha. I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Come on, come on, come on. Another worthless talisman. So yeah, the power-up is going to be on this giant tree. You climb up the tree, and the power-up's at the top. So I'm just going straight to the top of the fort. I've actually taken out this entire fort after the Night 2 boss before. So I'm not even going to fight the boss. I'm just getting the thing, so I know where to go. And it's over here. So we're just going to hit up that pen. Not even worth the runes from that Lord Sworn Captain. We're just going straight to the power-up. And we'll get a trophy for doing this. So up that tree. Yeah, that's where we go. And again, you can find this tree without the map. Is this away? Is it right here? Here we go. And we got it. So now it's just we'll take out some of these field bosses. However many we can. That one's Loretta. No, Loretta. We'll just say she causes me problems. That's the Deathrite bird. Also, if I were like level 10, 12, I wouldn't mind fighting some of those like Deathrite bird type enemies, but I'm level 7. I'd rather get something that's more my style. Draconic Tree Sentinel. Okay, whatever. Whatever. We're doing it. I can't run away from everything. These are like... And... literally my 3 least favorite bosses that I just walked by. Oh. Yeah. And that's why. So now I'm fighting him at level 6. Not a problem. He's such a troll with those freaking... Alright, screw it. I'm just using the ult and I'm gonna go to town. And a final big wallop. It doesn't help that these random enemies are just like, okay, let's join in on an already really difficult fight. Where I can get one shot. And now the problem is one of these enemies, one of these random enemies right next to the boss is going to have my freaking runes. Such is life. Which one of you has them? Can't. No? Even worse. Did I get him? I got him. Okay, good. Oh, I thought he was going to do the... Yeah. Dadgummit. This freaking box. Jeez. Basically fighting him is a function of not wanting to run away from every other boss, but... might get one shot here and lose my runes. Yep. There they go. Oh, I got him back. Holy crap. His attack killed the thing and got me my runes back. That was so lucky. And so now you see how profoundly mediocre I really am at this game. Dadgummit. That dodge was comically early. Am I going to kill this thing before the circle closes in? That is a legitimate question. Oh, geez, he could come in here. If I didn't dodge that, he could have killed me. Oh, my freaking... What is that, 5 deaths now? 5 deaths? That's why I typically do not do Draconic Tree Sentinel. Happen to be right next to my precious... Oh, geez. If I don't kill him here, then I deserve everything. All right, victory is mine. I knew what I was doing all along. I'll go for the purple just because I'm kind of going for the trophy, but... Alright, that got me to level 10. I mean, I could be doing much worse. I want to see what these 3 bosses are up here. Run away from all the other ones. Really don't want the Deathrite Bird. So, I've DTS done, Deathrite Bird avoided, Loretta avoided. That means everything else is... somewhat in my wheelhouse at the very least. If I can get to it. Alright, what's up here? Yeah, Bell-bearing Hunter. I'd fight you if I had a shield. I can parry. Alright, regular Tree Sentinel. Also being a pain. Oop, got hip checked. There comes the night. All right, got another boss down. That should get me to level 11, maybe. Rivers of Blood. Sure. Nope, not quite a level 11, sadly. What have we here? Can I take you out? You don't bleed, but oh well. You're starting off with this attack, really? Base tank everything. Yep. Base tank everything. I hate this attack. Gotta run away from it. Weird, they like went after him and not me. Alright, I gotta kill you quickly, so it's time to ult. Alright, give me something, give me something. Where's my... There it is. No, I'm not going to attempt Bell-Bearing Hunter right now. That would be very stupid. All right, level 11, not great, not terrible either. I'd take those out of the fire if the storm wasn't right there. But alas. All right, let's see what we got here. We can get Nameless King. All right, bro. Like, stop disappearing, please. Already got my ult back. All right, this could, we'll see how this goes. It's two-phase fight. Oh, it's Owlin Commander. Okay. I thought I was getting Nameless King. Never mind. Also not super strong on this fight. This fight is a little bit problematic. I'm going to go in an ult because screw these guys. And of course he blocked like most of that damage. Quite annoying. He got buffed by the boss. God. All right, I need to get my crap together here. Now his defense, dude, this is going so horribly. I might use both of my Winding Graces. I don't even think he can be frozen. There we go. Jeez. Oh, now Shield Guy wants to play. All right, come on, buddy. So I'll use my last heal. Why not? Bro, are you freaking... I'll get out of this after having used both of my Winding Graces if I'm lucky. And this is incredibly stupid. I need to be out of this AoE. What? All right, there's one Winding Grace down. Not super great at this boss. You couldn't tell. Almost got my ult back though. Dadgummit, there's a second one. Be careful though. I'm gonna put the frost back on my weapon. All right, got the ult. And we made it out alive. That's all that matters. It was sloppy. But we did it. Oh, giant glint blades. Yes. Absolutely freaking yes. And it is possible, actually, in this expedition, you can get the Libra invasion, but you can also get a double night boss. So if that happens, you do fully heal. But then also another boss spawns, you have to fight 2 in a row. And it is possible. I mean, as I've said, I've taken out this entire camp before. All the field bosses do despawn. I am going to check out, though, what this scarab is. I know I'm cheesing the knight a little bit, but not egregiously. It's just a quickie. See what the scarab is. Because both of my relics at the moment are completely worthless. There he is. Proof poise, that's better than anything I have on. Wait, is Loretta still there? No, that's not Loretta. Giant glint blades are huge. Not only do they do pretty solid damage, they also respawn very quickly, as you can see, and they do a lot of poise damage, which will be extremely useful. All right, we'll be level 12 at least, possibly 13. Which is more than enough for this fight. So this guy, he does this one thing where he'll wind up for this big lightning attack, or big holy attack, I should say. And when he does that, if you hit him with lightning, it stuns him out of it. That's why lightning's so important. He's also weak to lightning damage. Boy, do I need that Winding Grace. Gee whiz. Just 12. I've got a ton of runes. I wish I could sell stuff to this guy. I really do. All the help I can get. So yes, I do have my lightning executioner's blade on. Rivers of blood. Can I get anything up? Too late. So he does have 2 phases. In the second phase, he gets like an abyss arm sort of thing. If you're familiar with abyss from Dark Souls 3, that's kind of what it looks like. He does a lot of AoEs on the ground that you can actually jump over. Should go ahead and do the frost. Already got that frost on him. And bleed, and that's his lightning attack, and I didn't do enough damage. So that's what these giant spears. So well, it's not a lightning attack; it's a holy attack. But those giant spears come out of the ground, and I didn't stun him out of it. So this, you just want to run perpendicular to him, and he'll do a big AOE there. And I got hit by the second one, but that's fine. Ooh, that was big. Okay, 3 of those attacks. Nice, I needed that. Nice bleed. So that's transform second phase. You see he's got his big abyss arm looking thing. Jump when he does that. No, I didn't. I missed. Whiffed. It goes kind of crazy with that arm. After he's done, you get a good window to hit him. There we go. I knocked him out of that one. That was the lightning that knocked him out of it. He's kind of mad about it. I do still have 2 reses and my ult, so that's good. And he's going for it and missed it again. I'm probably gonna use a res here, sadly. Yep. Nice. That was awesome. Got frostbite, I think bleed, and the crit. And we are done here, folks. Not bad. We get our trophy. To the victor goes the spoils. Very nice. A bit of a sloppy run. Not gonna lie, it was a little bit of a sloppy run. But nonetheless, we are victorious. So, 9 great enemies felled. Not bad. A lot of red runes here, relics, I should say. Let's see. Improve colossal weapon attack power. That's very good for Raider. Art guard charged from guarding. That could be good for Guardian. Attack power open facing frostbite afflicted enemy. That would have been really good for that build that we just had going with a lot of frostbite that we were doing. An ultimate arc age +1. And we get the Darkdrift Knight relic. Increased max stamina guard counter is given a boost based on current HP. That's very good for Guardian. An HP restoration upon thrusting counter attack. Very good, very good. All right. So that's going to do it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. We had a successful run. It was good times. Appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned for some more, and we'll catch you later.